Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing for Friday the 7th of July. So looking at the chart, we're just about in this area of high pressure at the moment, which is bringing winds from the sort of southeast, but reasonably light at the moment. Still looking out to the west Atlantic very much, sending some weather our way with a couple of low pressure systems, bringing some slightly stronger wind and more unsettled weather as we go into the weekend. See tomorrow. Midday chart looks quite interesting with lots of colours painted over the top of us. And Sunday, sort of tail end of this trough line here. So it'll be interesting to see how the weather holds out this weekend. Spot winds today, about flying height, 170 there towards the centre of the country, towards the south coast, slightly more easterly at 140, both at 15 knots, so not too strong. The sat pic is currently showing we're pretty much in a clear area here with some cloud out to the west. And that's your public forecast for today, showing for Lasham a pretty sunny day with a top temperature of 25 degrees. Starting off with a sort of southeasterly wind going round more directly south, but then trending back more to the southeast by the evening. Top temperature GFS is showing in our area about 24, 25 degrees, but if you're sort of further north or a little bit east, we might see up to 28 degrees today. Dew point is set at around 14, so a reasonable split there. Whether or not we'll get cumulus in our area is hard to say. And that's the current view outside. Nice, clear and blue. A little bit of high level cloud here and there, but not a lot to say. Current temperature at Lasham is already 20 degrees. Dew point is set at 11. And Farnborough is showing on their forecast few clouds at 4,500 feet later. Otherwise, saying pretty much 10 knots wind from the southeast. They're actually picking up east-northeasterly at the moment, but very, very light. So top meteo showing a good potential flight distance for today, quite clearly better as we go north. And if we have a look at the thermals for today, this is 11 o'clock. So it should be going already. Says to about 1,500 meters in this area. But as we go ahead into the afternoon, you can see this sort of sea breeze down here with the lower heights. And it's not showing it getting to Lasham. This is 4 o'clock, although I do think there's a reasonable chance it will. Fairly convinced it's going to be blue all day going by this. If we look at a site forecast for today, it's showing by 10 o'clock, thermal's going to 3,000 feet, and by about midday, going up to over 4,000. Thermal strength sitting at around 2 to 3 knots, but then this is showing it sort of dying off 3, 4 o'clock. So suggesting it might be sea breeze. Certainly by 5, it's definitely weakening. So NOTAMs, a few of note. Main one at Silverstone. They've got a Grand Prix there for the next few days, and there's some airspace because of that. So basically restricted area temporary, bound by this area here. And I believe that's surface to 2,500 feet above sea level. Yeah, 2,500 feet above sea level. So it should be okay if you're over there, just stay quite high, but otherwise aim to avoid the area. If you are planning to go near there, have a good look at this document for yourself. Otherwise, locally to Lasham, there's this big one up here, but it doesn't actually mean much. 2022 out to the west, just high intensity radio transmissions. The Lark Hill danger area is activated. Otherwise, 33 up to the north. Low flying paragliders, sort of in Oxfordshire, so keep an eye out for that. And not a lot else. So main one being that Silverstone. So everyone, just if you are going that way, just have a look. So operationally today, it's going to be 09. Launch point in the normal position on the runway there. depending on how strong that southerly is, quite likely we'll have the wind slightly offset to the south, perhaps on the panhandle or something like that. I haven't seen many people gridding, but if there is a lot of you, feel free to grid on the north side grass in the sort of fairly normal position, if not a little bit further back. But there will be a very little amount of headwind, so if there's some heavy gliders, if you're full of water, bring your glider to the launch point. That way we'll have plenty of performance. I don't think there's going to be loads of you, so if there's not loads of you going at the same time, just bring gliders to the launch point when you're ready to go and we'll launch you. That's pretty much it. There's no jet movements today, so I'll see you all in the airfield. Bye for now.